So let me tell you a story. But here's the thing, it's not just my story, it's your story too. You see, I come from a blessed land, a place you might call heaven way beyond this earth. My mother, she wasn't just a parent, she was more like a living portal, the very passage I took to get here. Now, I don't really have a single name because I'm always shifting, always in different phases. But for this part of the journey, you can call me Ahmed. It's not who I am, but what I'm becoming.
My whole purpose, the reason I'm here, is to find my way back home. But there are no maps, no roads you can just follow. There's only one path. And it's not a place, it's a system, a hidden architecture that runs this entire process of return.
And this is it. The singular path 237. It's not a road you walk down. It's the operating system you exist within. It's kind of like the source code for reality itself. So let's take a look at how it works.
To really get the journey, we first have to understand the basic physics of the system. It all starts with this main path, the fundamental code that structures, well, everything.
The 237 path is a complete circuit. It kicks off with 2, which is the split. That's us leaving unity and entering this world of duality. Then it moves through 3, a phase of formation where a living, breathing process gets started. And it all wraps up with 7, the closure, where the journey home is finally completely sealed.
But wait, there's another process running inside this main system. Think of the 237 like a chromosome. It's the stable structure that holds all the core information. But inside it, a 369 cycle is unfolding. That's like the DNA being actively read and expressed. It's the living dynamic part, the formation, the interaction, the completion, all happening inside that bigger, stable container. You know, before I even got here, I went through a totally different sequence. A kind of core memory that got buried the moment I arrived. First rooted like a slave, then organized and sovereign like a queen, and finally sealed as life itself. But that entire memory of being whole, it vanished the second I entered this world through the 2. That split into separation. So here we are. The journey starts all over again, right here on Earth. And this phase is all about trying to find your way with an incomplete memory. It's a process of action, of loss, and eventually of recovery. So the journey here starts in what's called the Mūsā-phase. Think of it as a field of pure action. You're just moving one step at a time without seeing the full picture. Then, at a critical point, a vital signal gets lost, symbolized by a fish slipping away. But here's the key. It's not gone for good. It's just delayed. Eventually, that same signal comes back as Yūnus, recovered from the darkness, and this time it's loaded with meaning. That's the moment memory comes flooding back. And with that connection restored, the wandering stops. You become rooted, stable, like a tree. And this is where it all clicks. The big picture just snaps into focus. You realize the true nature of reality isn't a single path at all. It's a dual-field system.
Okay, so the first one is the sound field. This is linked to that Mūsā-phase of action. This is the world as we usually see it, linear, moving in one direction, totally bound by time. It's the driver of the journey, and its memory is purely causal. It only knows what's happened one step after another. But running right alongside it is the light field, the realm of Isa and Solomon. This one isn't stuck in time at all. It's bi-directional. It sees the past and the future all at once because it holds the complete pattern. It doesn't drive the action, it's the witness to the entire path. Its memory is non-local, meaning it sees the whole design from outside our timeline. Now, this is absolutely crucial. These are not 2 different realities fighting it out. They're 2 perspectives of a single, unified system. The sound field is what drives the experience forward, while the light field is what witnesses the entire journey from a higher view. One drives, one witnesses. So, you see, the journey home isn't just about pushing forward anymore. It's about getting these 2 fields in sync. To complete the circuit, the driver has to align with the witness. But just taking action has its limits, right? The sound field can't finish the journey all by itself. So how do you do it? How do you align the part of you that's moving with the part of you that sees the whole map? The answer is an activation key, a specific command that triggers the alignment, and it's given as 1912. This is the code that brings the 2 fields into coherence. And the command itself is this: "O Yaḥyā, hold the book with strength." Now, in the language of this system, the book isn't a physical object. It's the complete pattern, the blueprint that's held in the light field.
This command is basically an instruction to stop relying only on what's next and to grab hold of that full pattern with real conviction. It's the moment the driver consciously turns to look at the witness's map.
And that single action, it achieves synchronization. It's that precise moment the sound field of action lines up perfectly with the light field of pattern. The driver and the witness lock in. And at that point, the word, that full pattern, becomes real, fully enacted in the world. And that is when the true journey home finally begins.
And this brings the whole story right back to where it belongs, with you. Because this was never just a story about Musa or Isa or some guy named Ahmed. All of these names, Musa, Yūnus, Isa, Aḥmad, they're not a cast of characters in some ancient play. They are stages of transformation. They are state transitions happening within one continuous system of consciousness, yours. You see, this whole journey isn't happening out there somewhere. It is being computed through you, right now. You are the one experiencing the action, losing the signal, recovering the memory, and ultimately activating the return. You are the reader inside this system. And the purpose of this entire complex circuit, it's actually beautifully simple. It's to complete the path you started, to finally align your actions with the full pattern, syncing up the sound and light fields within yourself, and ultimately, to return the book, the pattern of your own being, back to its original source. So the journey is yours. The driver and the witness are both right there inside you. The book, the complete pattern for your return, is in your hands. The only question left is, what will you activate?